Hello and welcome to Blockbuster review on Prudent Media. My name is Sachin Chatte and on this show we take a look at the latest releases. Today we will take a look at Suresh Triveni's Subedar, which is streaming on Amazon Prime Video. Director Suresh Triveni's Subedar walks on a fairly beaten path, but to its credit, it does so with considerable style. The story leans on a familiar cinematic catharsis. An apparently ordinary man, quiet, restrained, and carrying emotional baggage, ultimately takes on a group of villains and single-handedly brings them to justice. It's a trope audiences have seen many times, yet the film manages to make it engaging. A large part of that success comes from Anil Kapoor, who looks the part and performs it with both confidence and conviction, and he brings a sense of authority to the character. हमने ऐसी फिल्में वेस्टर्न सिनेमा में बहुत देखी है. They have celebrated the archetype of the aging but formidable tough guy, the sort of roles frequently played by actors like Jason Statham or Liam Neeson. More recently, the Finnish film Sisu also tapped into a similar theme, becoming something of a sensation. In Hindi cinema, however, it is relatively rare to see a senior actor leading an action-driven narrative in this manner. On that count alone, Subedar feels refreshing. The titular character of Subedar is Arjun, played by Anil Kapoor, a retired army soldier who served the nation faithfully for over 25 years. Though he has left the battlefield behind, the scars of life remain. He is still grieving the loss of his wife, who died tragically after being run over by a truck belonging to the local sand mafia. Now living a quiet life, Arjun tries to focus on raising his somewhat rebellious daughter Shama, played by Radhika Madan, with whom he shares a complicated but deeply emotional bond. उस इलाके का जो सैंड माफिया है, they dominate the settings there. They are not only involved in illegal mining, but they control the whole area. Arjun initially tries to stay away from conflict, preferring peace over confrontation. However, trouble eventually finds its way to him in the form of Prince, played by Aditya Rawal, a volatile and hot-headed young man. Prince's elder sister, popularly known as Didi, played by Mona Singh, is a formidable mafia queen who continues to run her empire from behind the bars. हमने मोना सिंह को दूसरी बार ऐसा रोल करते हुए देखा. अभी कुछ दिन पहले हैप्पी पटेल आई थी, उसमें भी उनका ऐसा ही एक रोल था. Prince is portrayed as a reckless psychopath who kills without hesitation, but he soon encounters someone he cannot easily intimidate. When a skirmish between him and the Subedar escalates, the conflict intensifies dramatically. For the first 45 minutes or so, Arjun refuses to raise his hand, choosing restraint over aggression. But once he finally unleashes his fury, he becomes a one-man army. There is ample opportunity in the film for stylish filmmaking, and Suresh Triveni embraces it enthusiastically, elevating the visual treatment several notches higher. At its emotional core, however, the film also explores a strained yet tender relationship between Arjun and his daughter. He is fiercely protective of her, yet he carries a lingering guilt for her growing up without a mother. On the flip side, at roughly 140 minutes, the film could have benefited from tighter editing. The latter half occasionally loses momentum and is weighed down by unnecessary songs. Saurabh Shukla appears as Arjun's loyal friend, someone who repeatedly tries to keep him from getting into trouble. Ultimately, Subedar works best when its style meets its familiar but effective storytelling. Anil Kapoor is first-rate in the lead role. While he may not appear overtly menacing, it is his quiet intensity and measured presence that makes the character compelling. His silence-controlled anger and the way he carries himself lend the Subedar an edgy, unpredictable quality that keeps the film engaging. I'm going to go with 3 out of 5 stars for this one-man army called Subedar, and the film is streaming on Amazon Prime Video. Well, that's what I thought of Subedar that was released this week, and I'll be back with you next week with more movie reviews. Till then, it's goodbye from me.